Hi, I'm Noah from Tegucigalpa, Honduras, and Calvin has always been a part of my life. My parents run the semester abroad program here in Honduras, and so every year we'd have a group of 10 or 15 Calvin students who would come down and just become part of our lives for a few months. And they were always like my older brothers and my sisters when I was little, and then I would become their translator and their guide as we traveled along around in Honduras, and I always really liked it. And then this summer, I went and did a campus tour with Leonard DeRoy, and I got to see a lot of the cool stuff that the Calvin students and the senior design projects that were going on, and that really motivated me. I also like the study abroad programs that are available at Calvin, and so I'm really excited to be able to go on a program like that, visit another country, and see new things while learning. I also, growing up here in Honduras, I've seen a lot of the poverty and the way people live here, and so it's a real privilege for me to be able to go and study at Calvin and live in the States. And so I hope to be able to use the education I receive at Calvin to be able to do good in the world. I think my main passion is discovering things. I like to learn a new thing or go to a new place and just master some challenge that I put in front of myself. And I think that's what really interests me about engineering is facing some problem and trying to figure out how to solve it and how to make something work. When I was little, I would always take apart my toys and I would always look at all the parts that were inside of it and try and figure out how it all worked together. And it always amazed me how someone could figure out that if you put all these pieces together in the right way, you can make this run. And I think I want to be that person. Um, and I've graduated from taking apart my toys and now I like to build my own toys and just make new things, and that's what I want to do with the rest of my life is create new things and apply what I learned especially at Calvin to the whole world, make new things that could help people. So when I visited Calvin, I saw a lot of the senior design projects that were going on and how a lot of them were about development and sustainable development and ecology, and doing something like that really motivates me and um, makes me excited to study. I like to read a lot, so picking a favorite book was really hard for me, but two really good books that I read recently. One is Dune. It's a sci-fi book by Frank Herbert, and it's a boy who has to try to learn to survive after his father is killed. And it's got a very intricate plot that mixes politics and religion and ecology and all these different themes together and combines that with this really deep character development that means you get to know the characters really well and you get involved a lot in the plot. A second really good book that I read recently is Crime and Punishment by Fyodor Dostoevsky, and it's this intimate look into the psychology of a man who has just committed two brutal murders and how he goes about his life after this. It's very interesting for me because living in Honduras, which is the country with the highest homicide rate in the world, I thought it was very interesting to see one author's portrayal of what happens to a man after he commits an act like this and how he goes about his life. I just wanted to thank you for giving me the opportunity to apply for this program. I really do think that I'm the type of person who would take advantage of an opportunity of being in an honors fellowship program like this and use it to make the most of my time at Calvin. So thank you.